Hello to my Leos. It's so nice to be back. I missed you guys, and I'm sorry for the break, but with quarantine and everybody being home, it's been kind of a pain to get these readings done. So I'm back, and we're looking at your full moon energy for June 5th. And full moons are about the peak of the cycle. It's where any intentions that you set at the new moon are going to be coming to either fruition, or you're going to see what it's time to let go of and was not really meant for you. And by letting go of those things, you can start fresh in the new cycle. So if you're new here, my name is Melissa, and I do tarot readings based on new moon energy and full moon energy. Yeah, I would love it if you subscribed. So let's take a look at your cards. All right, what messages do we have for Leo for this full moon? June 5th. Messages do we have for Leo, please? Oh. Exactly the number of cards that I wanted. I don't know which one came out first, but they're going in this order while I spread them out. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Two of Wands. Okay. Here's... I feel like you've been pretty stuck. You're stuck, you're overwhelmed, you're not, I don't see any movement. There's no progression. Yeah. It's just, are you trying not to see it? I just pulled my hair out. Are you trying not to see something? I mean, we do have the Queen of Pentacles here first, which is a powerful energy. It's really being in tune with your physical surroundings, being on top of your game as far as finances go. It's kind of, it's a strong, nurturing kind of energy, but we have it followed by the Eight of Swords, which is really like you kind of trapping yourself in your own head and kind of not wanting to see what's going on around you, carrying a heavy burden, feeling like you're doing it alone. And then we have the Two of Wands, which is kind of just waiting. It's standing by, looking off into like what could be, what's to come, what could happen. It's almost like at a planning stage, but it's more of just, waiting for the inspiration to strike. And I'm really finding it interesting. These are the way they are, and I really like to look for interaction between cards. The way he's looking at her, like, I don't know if you notice what I'm noticing, but the way he's looking at her, like, he's kind of smiling. It's more of a smirk, and he's just standing there. I just feel like maybe there's a situation where you're feeling like you're carrying the heavy burden and the other person is just watching you and just waiting for you to complete the task. And, they know that they're not participating, or I just really kind of feel that energy between those two cards going on. Okay. When I looked over at the other two cards that are not really interacting with each other as much, I got I got a message of not knowing your worth, not wanting to see your worth. Not wanting to see your worth. Why wouldn't you want to see your own worth? Does it make you uncomfortable? Is there something uncomfortable about standing up for yourself and owning your worth? Because right now you're feeling like shit. You're feeling like everybody's just unloading onto you and you're having to carry everybody else's weight. And, there's just not a whole lot of help. But I'm really getting the sense that you're not wanting to admit to yourself your own worth. That will definitely keep you stuck. That will definitely keep you stuck and keep you in this headspace, okay? Let's see what we can do about it. Because I'm just really getting the overwhelming sense that you're just feeling like crap and you're not moving forward and you just feel stuck. And I really would feel, for me, everything starts within. If there's ever a problem with, kids or at work, or You know, it always starts with you. Any problem you are experiencing, you have the power to fix. You have the power within you to control most things. If you're not able to control it, then it's time to let it go. But what I'm really feeling here is that, you know, you're feeling that stuck feeling, and it's your responsibility to unstick yourself from these emotions. And I really think it kind of just goes back to some inner work on self-worth. You're not acknowledging your own self-worth, and if you can't acknowledge your self-worth, how do you expect any other person in this world to give you the respect that you deserve? Okay, where did reserve come from? There's something there. Maybe it'll come up later. If you can't give it to yourself, then how are you to expect anybody else to give it to you? If you don't know what you want, you can't ask for it. It's not gonna, you know, you're not gonna just receive what you want and go, oh, that's what I wanted. That's not how it works. You have to identify what you want. You have to identify what you're worth before you can expect or demand it from others. So it's really about digging deep and doing that work on yourself. I feel like you don't feel like you're worth much, but I think subconsciously there's a little bit of that intuition trying to peck at you and say, yeah, you're worth it. And, you know, maybe I don't necessarily think this is a self-confidence issue. It's more of a not self-confidence, like that's more external, deeper than that. I can't think of the word that I want to use for that. And I'm feeling laughter, but yeah. So I really feel like it starts with you. If you can't give it to yourself, if you can't give yourself that love, if you can't identify your own self-worth, then nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody else can tell you what you're worth. That's for you to decide. That's for you to work on. And if you don't work on that, this shit's just going to continue. People are just going to stand around and watch you, you know, fumble around trying to gain your footing while you figure out which foot goes first. You know, like that's definitely something that is an internal and is totally fixable. Totally fixable. Any actions for Leo to take? Any actions or advice, please? Not that many cards. I know they need a lot of work, but that's just too much. Because you need to get that. You need to get that shine on. I don't know what that's from. I think it's a song, because I'm getting rhythm, but you need to get that shine on, if that means anything to you. Right. Advice? Really? Keep wanting to give me lots of cards. I did see this one. I will take that one out. I kind of feel like that applies. I feel like you're a little bit attached to your own. You're attached to your own despair. And it's time to let go. All right. Other advice for Leo, please. Advice for Leo, please. Okay. 5 of Wands. Oh, and the Ace of Wands. Okay. Lots of wands, lots of fire energy, suitable for a fire sign. I'm going to put that one because that one came out first. 5 of Wands. 5s to me are change, conflict. This is a very passionate conflict. And with this deck, this is the Vivid Journey tarot deck. This is the only one. This is the only one. See, do you notice how the figures in this card are silhouetted? You can't see features, facial features, that kind of stuff, their silhouettes. For me, when a card with the silhouettes come up, it's signifying internal work, spiritual work, not physical 3D, this plane kind of work. This is internal work, spiritual work, a definite shift, okay? 5s for me are change. So I feel like this is a very passionate change. And then we have this beauty, okay? The Ace of Wands is inspiration. It's something that just suddenly comes to you that lights you up, okay? So what I'm really feeling is this urge from spirit to detach. That's an actual word. We'll use that one. Detach yourself from this, okay? From not acknowledging your own self-worth. Because this is your self-worth. And this is you not acknowledging it. And this is the result. You're carrying everybody's burdens and nobody knows how to help you because you don't know how to help yourself, because you don't know your self-worth. So the advice I'm getting from the cards is to detach from that, because there is a change coming. There is a shift coming. It's something internal that sparks for you that, you know, it very well could arise from a conflict. This card definitely spills conflict all over the table, right? We have a lot of harsh energy going on here, and I feel like this internal shift that is taking place is a result of you detaching yourself from those negative emotions. Those negative emotions could just be the one thing that's keeping you from seeing your self-worth. Okay? So I feel like this definitely some inner work, but what this inner work and this change and this shift and this conflict brings about for you is something new, something that lights you up, something from spirit. Not only does the Wands suit represent fire, but it also represents spirit for me. I have a couple ways of looking at the cards. Clearly, this is definitely, I just heard divine intervention, but more spiritual inspiration. Okay, divine intervention in the form of spiritual inspiration. That's pretty damn specific. So I'm really feeling your tied up energy. I mean, tied up, but you're feeling bound, and you're gonna have to release something to unbind yourself. And I really feel like that goes back to the very first card, this self-worth that you're refusing to see. You have to break free of that. And I feel like there's some spiritual work that needs to happen in order to get there. I'm not quite at 15 minutes, so I'm going to pull another card because I have a specific question I want to ask. Is there a specific technique or action, specific action for Leo to take to help clear? I didn't even get to finish, but okay. Oh, Lord. Okay. We have the Star, which is that hope, okay? We have the Lover's card, which could mean that you may need to partner with someone. This doesn't necessarily mean a romantic partner. This came up also for Cancer, or was it Gemini? It was Gemini. The Lover's card has multiple meanings. As I see it applying to your reading, I feel like this is getting, divine intervention, possibly in the form of a partner. And then the Three of Pentacles also jumped out. This is plan of action. Again, I feel like getting help again, okay? planning. This is kind of planning stages. They have like some blueprints and tools. There are tools at your disposal for you to make a plan. But this is why I haven't been filming any videos. Just ignore that if you heard it. Hope. Okay. There is hope. Okay. It's coming into one sentence. There is hope in the form of a plan made with a counterpart that you are divinely guided to. That's the final sentence. That those kind of, it's not as precise as I had hoped for, but there is hope in the form of a partner, of a plan made by you and a partner. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. That is divinely guided to you. So if you're feeling specifically drawn to any particular person or guru or online YouTuber or, something along, it doesn't have to be, your church pastor. Like, it doesn't have to be a spiritual person that leads a group. It can be anyone. If you're feeling pulled towards someone, you're feeling a connection that you didn't really notice before, this could be spirit trying to bring that inspiration your way. Okay? That way you can kind of make a plan of action. I feel like when you're really stuck like this, it's hard to see all of the details. So literally writing things down and making a plan for what you're going to do to break free of this could definitely be a very specific action. List steps that you want to take, things that you can do that have helped you in the past or that you think you might enjoy, that could bring you out of that so that you can see your own self-worth. So that's what I have for you for this full moon. There's definitely some things kind of popping up from the heart to harvest for you, but definitely an even bigger thing that needs to be let go, and that is the blinders that you have to your own self-worth. So be that confident Leo lion that we all know and love, and check yourself. You're there. The worth is there, and you deserve what you've earned. So that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. As always, have a blessed day.